All right, all
Off
right.
yet, I don't know why.
What is up, boys?
What up?
Hello. We're not showing off the fan art, dude.
Nah, not yet. Let's wait for the finished product.
I agree.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil. You did. Fellas, it's the Darkest Hour podcast, episode 18. What's up, dude?
Hello.
Are you
Kind
muted?
of crazy. We've done 18. We're about to do 18.
It is crazy, actually. I'm proud.
Went
Proud
by a
of
little
proud of
quick.
this crew. It did. It's been quite a journey. Good sir.
It's fun.
It's very fucking fun. So we haven't gotten any real announcements in the Discord. There is a whole lot of hopium and copium being smoked and freebased in that general chat. Let me tell you,
They're just cooking it up these days.
dude. Holy shit!
I don't even check it.
Don't
Is it
stay
bad?
out. Stay out. Don't go.
I don't
Okay,
look
here's my
anymore.
thing. I like Dark and Darker, and I'm sure there's people out there who, I think you guys probably like it more than I do. I really enjoy the game. But who wants to hang out in the public Dark and Darker Discord with just random people and like not even play the game? Like these guys, one guy's playing like Kenshi, they're just all hanging out. Like you have nowhere better to be? Like
They're just chilling, you know?
am I being a hater? I just don't get it. I don't know.
No, totally, dude.
But I mean,
I played poker
I
in there
don't-
one night. It was cool.
I don't go
Okay.
into any of the channels. I just go into the general chat. No voice channels, no video channels. I just kind of have, when I'm like sitting here playing a game or like working on something, I have the general chat up and I'll fucking spam hold the line emotes or something like that. Because
No, you do not.
I do. I admit it. I'm a line holder.
I'm
I'm proud of it.
impressed.
I'm proud of it, dude. And
A line
whenever
holder.
whenever some baby is like, Iron Mace is disrespectful for not giving us an announcement, I fucking jump in there and I tell him to quit being an entitled bitch. And, you know, I spam hold the line emotes again. Sometimes I engage, which is a big mistake. That's the
Yeah.
big mistake.
Yeah, you gotta not do
Typing
that one.
anything, emotes are fine. Typing, as soon as you type anything in that channel, dude, you're under fire immediately. You could
guys
say
ever play-
you're all handsome, beautiful people and you deserve the best in life, and someone's like, fuck you, asshole. You're a fucking Nexon shill or something. I don't know. Anyway.
You guys ever play League of Legends? Like you ever play
Sure.
regular, normal League of Legends?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
You will engage with weaponized military grade forms of autism in League of Legends if you go into all chat with people. They will say the most wild shit to you, and you'll be so clever. You'll be like, but your mom, like, you cannot win because you just cannot fight autism. You can't do it. So yeah, don't engage. do
Yeah,
it.
I switched to TFT because I could not handle playing the team game League of Legends. It was too toxic, too awful. I swear, it felt like every other game someone was just purposely feeding or talking shit or trying to lose. I just couldn't do it anymore. But League is pretty
No,
fun.
it's
League
terrible.
League's the most toxic game I've ever played until I hopped onto Rust for 10, 20 hours.
That's fair. I will say League is fun.
Rust is. Yeah.
I have had like some of my highest highs and lowest lows playing League of Legends. It is the methamphetamine, like heroin crack of competitive gaming, in my opinion.
You know, I went out one
I
night in
despise
San
it.
Francisco with some friends, and we took some Molly and drank a little bit, and I was, you know, rolling it up a little bit, kind of drunk, and I came home and I was still fucked up. So I jumped on League of Legends because I just felt like playing a game, and I was rocking out to some music, and I played 2 games. We won both games, and I was so positive, and like every time someone got a kill, I was like, fuck yeah, dude, that's awesome. I love this team, dude. And I was just like getting into it, and everyone's like working together, and there's like this beautiful teamwork. The next day, I was like a little burnt. Played another game, and it was just like fuck bombs and screw yous, and all that love had dissipated with the chemical as it left my system.
Yeah.
What do you know?
Damn.
Yep. So I guess
did
if
a
you want to
league grind?
survive, if you want to survive a game of League, just juice up on
Do
some
drugs.
MDMA, and you'll be fine. You'll be able
I
to
went
get
through
through
my
it.
league grind phase back in season 4, dude. I'd smoke a cigarette between each and every game. That'd be a lot.
It's just to
Then I got-
wind down.
And then I
If
got
there's
banned
one
for 2
message,
weeks for flaming people.
if there's one message I want people to get away from this podcast, it's do drugs. Like it'll make most things better. Just
Okay.
get high.
Fair enough. I have nothing to say to that. All right.
I don't know.
Stay in school, kids.
Yeah.
And it's way easier if you're high. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Eh.
Just joking. Don't do drugs. Or do some of them, but not the bad ones. Anyway, gentlemen, the first thing I wanted to talk about tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. There was this post on Reddit from King Rajesh that has been circulating the interwebs, the dark and darker interwebs. He's a supposed lawyer, and there's been some videos created, some posts about it. One Peg had a video about it, and I'm gonna pull it up. Give me a second. Un momento, por favor.
Pull it up, Jamie. I'm getting an ad. Thank you, Soma.
Dude.
There's an ad playing on my stream?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's impossible. I would never do that. For real. Is it
Not
really?
only is it an ad, it's a pre-roll ad, dude.
Oh, if it's pre-roll, that's all right. I can live with that. Okay. So here's the post from King Rajesh. And he essentially says at the end here, I'd predict Iron Mace seeks at least a 30-day extension on its motion to dismiss. He would ask for 60 if it was him, meaning this motion likely isn't fully briefed until October 2023 at the earliest. Oral argument perhaps in November, December, or January of 24, with an order 3 to 6 months after oral argument, depending on how busy the judge is. So there's this whole status quo thing they mention here where... Go ahead.
Oh, no, nothing. Go ahead.
Oh. Where whatever happens before the court case starts is okay. But as soon as the court case begins, the status quo is set and they can't make any other meaningful changes like releasing early access or something. That's, as someone that is definitely not a lawyer and pretty done with this shit, that is how I interpret it. That is what other people have said on Reddit. Oh God, you got to take that with a grain of salt. So many people have said in the general chat and Discord. Take that how you will. So a lot of
I am a certified Reddit lawyer.
Okay, what you got?
There's something, they just need like an injunction or some shit. That's all I know.
They have to
Like,
file
objection.
for that, right? That's overruled.
I've seen Law and Order.
Yeah. I mean,
I watch Special Victims Unit, so I'm only versed in sexual abuse cases, not video game cases.
Oh God. Anyway,
I'm on a roll tonight already.
You are. The only reason I bring this up, because you can't trust a Reddit post from some guy that claims to be a lawyer, sure, is because of the memeing and the hope in the general chat and the dad Discord is really riding on this status quo thing. A lot of people think, man, this early access needs to launch before the 20th of June when the case is essentially starting, apparently. So a lot of people are hopeful that it'll be announced soon and that we'll see it on June 9th. That's a number that's being thrown around. None of that is true. We don't know if that's true at all. There's no proof. We have heard nothing from Terrence or SDF or Grayson. We are just waiting and hoping. But if you are seeing people say early access is coming June 9th, it's not necessarily true. I just wanted to make that public service announcement. So we have to hold the line, as they say, until we actually get a message from the IM team. That's it. Simple as that.
The Church of the Nine would like to have a word with you, Soma.
I'm sure most churches hate me. But yeah. That being said, it's okay to hope. It's okay to be excited for an announcement. That's great. But silence from the Iron Mace team does not equal something bad. It just means they're not ready to announce their messaging yet. That's it. Just be patient and wait, and we will get word from them soon, I am sure. So patience, my friends.
Yeah, and then also, I mean, like, this is just, while this guy might actually be a lawyer, he's not actually involved in the case, so,
Right.
Let's not put too many chips on what this guy says so far. But it would be nice if in, like, a month or so, within that range, they kind of, like, come out and say, like, give us a roadmap of kind of what it's looking like. That'd be comforting,
Oh, I agree. I mean, a message
You
tomorrow
can at
would
least
be
tell us we're
comforting.
getting fucked, if anything,
Yeah, so that way,
Take a
set
get
expect.
fucked,
set expectations. I think that'd help a lot with just kind of everybody's angst, I guess, or anger. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, a message would be nice. I remember doing Survivor games back in the day, and if we were too quiet for too long, we would get a ton of hate messages. People would be pissed at us. And the way we looked at it was we didn't want to drip feed messages and then have to change our mind, or something would come up and we had to change a date. We only wanted to message something to the community if we were sure about something and we had a firm date and a plan was set in stone.
Locked in for it.
That's the best way to do it, because if you have to change something up or go back on your word, or the message is no longer true a week or two later, you just look dumb, you feel bad, and people get pissed.
That's like worst case.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks like that. So the best thing to do is speak when you're ready. And I think the IM team is doing just that. They're going to speak when they're ready. Mm-hmm. All right. Speaking of, announcements and the Discord and the general chat and, being social, let's talk about social systems in Dark and Darker. You like that? That's pretty good.
Plan on having the best social credit score.
Oh man, scary.
You get a credit card to go use in town. You gotta up your credit limit. Your closing date for your gold card is June 15th, please.
What a terrifying thought.
Dude, I mean, that's when it gets too real. Because I'm a fan of Red Dead roleplay, where I go on and I play a period piece, cowboy game. But whenever people play GTA roleplay and they're like, I got to get on the game and pay my game's car payment, I got to pay my apartment bill, I'm like, it's too real for me.
You didn't take a loan out for your horse.
No, I ran
stole
oranges
his horse.
And I stole someone's gun. I bought the horse. There's no horse payment, thank God. It's just too real for me.
Yeah, that's pretty intense.
Yeah. Anyway,
Second Life for a reason, Donnie.
So social systems in the game right now are what? Like a chat room, and then in-game lobbies as you're waiting to go into the dungeon. What do you guys think would improve current social systems? What do you think would be a cool addition?
I mean, I think a place just to hang out. Even if you could just randomly go into the the tavern area where you wait. If you just join the tavern and practice on dummies, or if there's just a dummy room where you could just hit stuff and people could you could talk shop with people oh dude, I see your longsword's doing 180 damage to that dummy. How are you getting that done? And then that'd be awesome, stuff like that. Just random lobbies where you can join with your buddies. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I agree. I think having some sort of large tavern that you could enter with your character at any time, pop in and out of.
Ales.
I think that'd be cool.
Ales in the tavern with your boys and
little mini games.
I think that'd be sick.
As long as there's gambling, I'd be all for
gambling for sure. For sure, gambling. There's gonna be some guy that's, if they come out with a decent, a mildly decent gambling video, there's gonna be some guy that's I played this entire playtest of Dark and Darker, only gambling, never ran one raid.
There's always people like that. There's some people that play Dark and Darker just to be in the market selling.
And
selling
I'll
items
watch the whole video. I'll love it.
I like the idea of a tavern, though. I think that'd be really cool to go into a tavern as your character, to be able to hit target dummies for sure, to test out different builds, but also just to essentially have a chat room that you could walk around in, VoIP or text. I think it'd be better for people.
You just want to role
form
play,
a group.
huh?
Yeah,
I'm not really into role playing unless it's a tabletop game. I don't want to role play in Dark and Darker. I want to kill players and take their shit.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
all I care
Be
about.
the wise old man in the tavern giving out quests. I know you're close.
No. Someone wants to turn Dark and Darker into Moon Garden or whatever on WoW.
I do have one idea that I think would be cool, and I told you guys both about it. Is what if there was a mini Dungeons and Dragons campaign, 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, and it was set in the Dark and Darker world, and your characters are in the tavern, and you guys role play as your D&D characters on Roll20.com or something like that, and then when you have to go into combat, you go into Dark and Darker and you go into the dungeon as your same characters that you're role playing in D&D. So if I'd be the fighter, you'd be the ranger, Jay would be the wizard, and we'd have the same gear and act the same way in D&D as we would in game on comms. And then you
Think that would work?
I think it could work.
What if you get
Be funny.
wiped, dude? Campaign over.
Oh well.
Maybe it's a hardcore campaign.
Yeah.
Or maybe
That's all
some
one
like
shot.
angelic being comes in and pulls your souls from your bodies and resurrects you back at the tavern so you can keep the campaign going. I don't know. I thought that'd be cool, but maybe it's stupid.
That'd be fun.
Maybe I'm just a nerd.
There's something there. You could make it fun. Like, taste my arrow. Like just full on creeping people the fuck out with roleplay. The mighty quest must continue. He's like, what?
It's like, fuck you, your mom's fat. You're like, yes, thank you for role playing with me, brave warrior. All right, so here's the big chunky thing I wanted to talk about tonight, if you will.
Yes.
Guilds. First of all,
I love guilds, dude. I call dibs on Loot Council first slot.
okay. I was gonna say, first
Okay.
of all, we gotta have a guild. Chat. I'm
Council,
looking
yeah.
at chat right now. Who here would
Oh.
join our guild? Who would join up?
Let me
you
say,
want to run a guild, Soma?
I've run
please.
guilds before. Yeah, and WoW.
dude. Okay. Did you guys watch Twitch content during? Did you guys watch Asmongold at all during like WoW Classic and all that business? Like
A little bit,
TBC. Dude, some of the best stuff was like the guild drama that he would
Yeah.
have. Oh my god. The creatures this man would have in his guild, and they would have like loot conversations. Oh, it was magical. It was fucking wonderful. Like I please, let's have a guild. Like I want that interaction in my life.
I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be hilarious
Yeah.
too.
It'd be great.
I would just join. I would be a part of the guild. I wouldn't want to run that shit.
No, I don't want to run
That's
it.
crazy.
But
I'll
well, no.
run it.
See, what we'll do, we'll be the mascots, and we'll let some poor guy who has way too much on his plate, also known as Soma, run the guild.
That sounds like a
Ooh.
good plan. I like that. Teamwork, boys. I love that. I mean,
It sounds like a pyramid scheme. That's a good one.
I'll be the guy. Listen, guys.
Yeah,
if
we
you
want
got
all
any
your
Soma
gold.
complaints, and you just want to talk crap about him, and we're in the guild. Like I'll be like, oh, he sucks, bro. Like, come on. Like,
this is when you guys would have the in-game tavern lobby, and you'd all sit around a big table with your digital ale, and you'd be like, Soma is such a fucking tyrant. He takes all the blues for himself, and the ones he doesn't want, he distributes. Yeah,
500
exactly.
gold a week tax, man. I just can't do it anymore.
Exactly.
unacceptable.
Yeah,
Unacceptable.
exactly.
But pay mine, please.
Mhm.
Oh, there will be a guild tax.
Yeah.
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 It'll be about 50 gold an hour. I think that's fair.
Oh, that's
Every
very
time
generous, Soma.
you enter a lobby, you have to bring us a gift out of the.
Yeah. You
out
think
of
this
the,
is fun? This is a full-time
dungeon.
job. Like, come on.
on.
We're here to win.
Yeah. So, I mean, in the past, in Q&As, they have mentioned that they do plan on adding guilds, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Oh yeah.
So how do you think it would work? Do you think there'd be like an in-game guild hall? Maybe that's the in-game social lobby that they would add, or what do you guys think would be efficient and fun and cool?
Definitely some sort of tavern where you guys could join. I mean, like, you got to let people run around and do dumb stuff with each other. Like have like a dueling arena inside your guild, or like not even an arena, but like a dueling pit
Training
in the guild
grounds?
hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, training grounds, and then let people like upgrade the guild, give people a reason to spend money in the game, because I think that's one of the big things that I foresee being a problem is a money sink. Like you need money sinks for people to do things.
That's
So
true.
it'd be fun if you got a training ground and you could duel your friends, and whenever you duel them, like they don't die, they just like fall to a knee, and it's like, oh, you won, like, you know what I mean, something like that.
Right.
But
1v1
Yeah.
for a guild invite.
there you go. See, invite them to the guild hall, but you could have guild
Earn your way
tryouts at your
in.
training
Yeah,
hall. Yeah,
earn
and then
your
you could
way.
like upgrade certain things. So like your training ground at first is maybe just like a sand pit, and then it like turns into a whole coliseum. You know what I mean? Get as fun and as crazy as you want to get with it, but let people like come together, spend money in the game, spend time together in places that aren't necessarily playing the game. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, the in the tavern lobby back in the day, there was that one room that's locked, and if you look in the window, it's filled with treasure.
Yep.
Yeah.
They could have that in the guild hall, and that's the guild bank, right? You could just have a bunch of shit piled
There
up
you
in
go.
there, and you could walk
Could
up
you
to the
steal
door.
from it though? That's the real question.
I think it'd be similar to other games where you'd have to give certain people, like officers and whatnot, access. Because if
Yeah.
little
I'll ninja
Johnny,
loot.
if little Johnny joined the guild and 5 minutes later stole everything.
Withdrawn from the G Bank, dude.
Yeah,
Emptying
that would be whack as hell for sure.
I would inside some guilds, dude. I'm so down. Get the base
siphoning
codes,
money,
you know.
just corruption and siphoning money out of the guild for your own.
It's like,
your own
2% a week or something until they catch on.
What do you think, if at all, would be drawbacks? Do you think anything could potentially suck about guilds?
Tax. I guarantee you every guild will tax if they have a reason to, anyways.
Yeah, I don't see a reason like it being bad. Bring players together, like obviously you're gonna have guild drama. You're gonna have a video. You're gonna have people complaining about it, but who cares? Like those are the people you're choosing to spend your time with. Yeah, that's part of the fun.
Yeah.
But nah, no downside. And I mean, unless it like takes away from actual development of the game, no downside. I mean, which it will a little bit probably, but let people own stuff. Like that's fun. It's fun to give people things to do and own and make.
What if there was some sort of mode that only guilds could enter, and it was like a Guild Wars type mode or something like that?
Like a little 9v9 or something? Now that actually sounds
That sounds cool, right?
You know what? Speaking of League of Legends, they used to do Clash, League of Legends Clash, where it would be like you would get your own 5-man team together, and it would team you up with people in like your guys' relative League of Legends rank, and you would be in like a little ladder of like 32, like of like 16 teams, and the team who won the whole ladder got like a special prize. That'd be fun if they did that with guilds.
I remember that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, having cool if you got like
a big guild competition, like you spend. Like maybe at the end of every season or wipe or something like that, you have all wipe to like get your guild rich and powerful and set up, and then at the end of the wipe for like a week they have this like Guild Wars event or something like that, and the best guild gets something. Maybe they enter
Guilds
like a guild
with the most,
hall
like,
of fame
boss kills or something.
Yeah, boss kills, most PvP kills, guild versus guild type game modes where the guild that does the best is put into some hall of fame or something like that. That could be really cool.
Could you imagine the guild plaque on the tavern walls, like 50 names deep,
dude? That sounds awesome.
Yes.
And eventually, like
I'm
years
willing
from now,
to
they'd
get
have
really
to like
fat for this. I'm willing to put my health at risk to be the #1 guild.
You were willing to do the 100 nuggy challenge. I know that you're.
I'm willing to get a third chin. I've already got like a double chin kind of going. I'm willing to get a third chin for this guild. All right, that's how committed I am, boys.
That's actually real dedication right there, and I respect that. Nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
What about tabards or like specialized guild cloaks?
Ooh,
that would be sick.
Some nice customizable
Did you guys
cosmetics.
Did you guys ever play Arcade at all, the MMO?
Nope.
I actually did, and I thought it was really fucking fun gliding around in that world and being able to build really custom classes. Yeah,
it was really cool. They kind of ruined it with pay-to-win shit.
Yes, they did.
But
yes, they did.
One of the cool things was there was like a whole sailing thing, and you could all put your own custom image as your sails, like on your sails. So like if you saw 4 dudes with like skulls sailing at you, you're like, oh fuck, this fucking guild's coming at us.
Like
so
any image.
Yeah, well, I don't know about any image. I mean,
I probably
think
can't put boobs on it or something
had like
that,
something about like AIDS on his or something. It was funny for a while. You had like a rainbow and like AIDS or something hilarious. But
wow.
Yeah, but you could have like full on like guild images, so it was cool. You'd see like, oh fuck, that's like the big guild coming to kill us and shit. So it's cool.
That's hilarious. I think having a tabard or specialized cloak that you could, create with your guildies and modify would be amazing. I think that'd be sick, right?
Yeah.
Or whenever, it could be like a cosmetic slot, or maybe whenever you put any cloak on, if you have it, like the guild cloak button clicked in your inventory, it just displays whatever your guild crest is on the cloak or something like that. That could be really cool. That way you can still
shield.
Or shield. That'd be sick too. Yeah.
Yeah, either or.
I think that'd be cool.
Be awesome. And that way dude, some guys from fucking the Darkest Hour guild fucked us up last night. Fuck those guys. You're in Gin Chat. Fucking hate that guild.
We should call our guild the Dark Swarm.
Oh,
Dark Swarm. No? Okay, let's not do that.
No, please no.
Sorry about that. Anyway, Valve4 had a cool idea. Microtransactions for stuff to build in your guild hall that you could also buy with in-game currency. That's like one way you could...
It's like a harmless monetization.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as it's not functionality. As long as it's like, oh, you want to get the floral tapestry for your guild hall. You can pay $3. Sure, fine.
I think that'd be cool.
Yeah,
that makes sense to me.
But as long as it's not functionality, right? Like the idea of like how I said, you can upgrade your training grounds to make them bigger and bigger, as long as you can't pay to win that.
Wait, why would upping a training ground with real money be a bad thing?
Well, because you could have better and better like scenarios, right? Like you could have like, let's say your training ground can go anywhere from like a small little sand pit to all the way to like a full coliseum, right? And if you could just pay to win that, it's like, well, now you're kind of like getting rid of like the grinding that our guild did with all our gold in game and all our hard work to get the big training ground and like have the cool training moments with your guild.
Yeah, those
and
poor
pay
people
for a bigger
guilds.
hyperbolic time chamber.
Yeah, something like that.
It's cheating, dude.
Yeah, the poor people guilds. They would have like
care.
a sand pit, and the rich people would have a giant coliseum.
Yeah. Be awesome.
I'm gonna join their guild.
I know, right? Our guild's gonna
Yeah,
suck.
I
And we're just
want
gonna
to
jump
be a
vote.
rich. I want to be in a rich guy's guild.
Ugh.
I can't wait to see how they try to monetize beyond just selling the box. It's going to be interesting. I don't think they're going to do anything predatory.
More
I hope
coffee
not.
deals.
More what?
Sure.
More coffee deals, dude.
See,
Madrina's tankard in game.
I think that deal with Madrinas was probably set up ages ago, and it was just slightly unfortunate that it was announced while people were waiting for some other announcement, right? About the game.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's why they had Grayson do it. Terrence and SDF do these announcements. They're like, listen here, this announcement might not go well, Grayson, so we're going to have you take care of this one.
They just walk by, they're like, hey, pal, how much you get paid, Grayson? And he like says his number, like, okay, so this is why you get paid this amount. Go ahead and eat shit for us real quick.
Enjoy the DMs and the friend requests and the ats in general chat.
Yeah.
Noob.
Speaking of collaborations, I have a prediction for a collaboration that's going to happen.
Oh.
I'm currently sitting in one because I just saw the Diablo 4 like Secret Labs, the Secret Labs collaboration.
Don't say it, dude.
Dark and Darker Secret Labs chair coming, and if they do it, I'll buy it. I'll buy a Dark and Darker Secret Labs.
Really?
Chair. Yeah,
I would also buy one. That's just like $500, dude. It's gonna hurt.
Yeah, they're good chairs. Like I like it. It's fine. Like I like mine.
They're pretty decent chairs. I wouldn't buy a chair though. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I would 100% buy one.
I'd put my smelly, stinky gamer ass in that chair and grind.
Yeah,
I'd let my I'd let my swamp balls just fumate that cloth while I'm just chopping heads in the dungeon, dude.
Jay says that, but Jay, you're wearing boxer shorts right now. Almost bare
No, I'm
ass.
not. I'm wearing shorts, okay? You're gonna call me out for my boxer shorts.
Are they
What
like,
do you mean?
are they
You've been
like,
walking around on camera. We can see those
give us a
beautiful
spin, dude.
legs.
Stand up.
You got
No,
great
I'm not-
legs.
No. I know
Look
I
at-
got good
look at
legs.
these
Yeah,
legs.
What's wrong with my shorts?
Nice. Look at that.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Put it
maybe do a
away.
little-
Put it
couple
away.
leg curls.
Yeah, maybe put that thing down.
yeah.
There you go.
About to rename the Dark Hour, dude.
Those are fine. I like shorter shorts. Like if you got nice legs, show them off.
They are
That's what I
beautiful
say.
legs. Yeah, they look nice.
Yeah.
They look
thanks.
powerful. Powerful gamer legs.
Stop hinting that you would like to be between my legs, dude. It's a little weird.
No hint and needed. I'm telling you. Yeah.
All right, sure.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, nice
Biker
shorts.
girl shorts is messed
Watch yourself at TwitchCon. That's all.
up. Oh, shit.
Oh man. So why don't we, for the second half of the episode, move into Q&A. I want to hear what chat thinks about guilds, social systems, or any other random questions, thoughts, concerns, complaints, any of that stuff. Compliments, hopes, your dreams, your social security number and routing number and checking number. Let us know.
3 little ones on the back of your credit card.
Mm-hmm. We need the security code. We need that too.
Dog's first name, street you grew up on.
Yeah. Let's do that for the next second half of the podcast. By the way, I have to go right at 8. I'm going to get some sushi as soon as this is over. So lay it on us, chat. Which I know I can't wait, dude. I'm so stoked.
He doesn't love you, chat. He's just here. He's just here as long as he has to be. You know,
Totally.
He's like a stepdad. You know, he's like an absentee father. He's gonna drop you off at Dairy Queen like at 5:30. You're gonna have to wait 10 minutes for your mom to show up. He's not staying around.
Mom's not in the picture. What are you talking about?
So you just have a stepdad.
Exactly.
Anyway, this makes me sad. Let's move on.
Yeah, that was very sad. No, the restaurant closes at 9. Final order goes in at 8:45, and I have to drive there, so I have to give myself adequate time. That's why. Not that you guys need to know my excuses. Okay, let's see what we got here. What guild name? Would guild name also show up by your name in the kill feed? Huh.
Maybe a guild tag or something. That'd be some long ass guild names, I bet.
Every guild
Like 4
tag
letters,
I've ever
right?
seen in a video game is always like "I gay" or like something ridiculous. Would it just be a bunch of memes?
Yeah, I mean, but that's
Probably.
fun.
Okay, fair enough.
It's like half the point.
And that
If
way,
it's
I mean,
all
you know,
memes,
'cause
great.
That's kind of a cool way to keep track, right? Because you can have all the different characters with the different names, but you could have like Darkest Hour podcast, like DHP for our guild, and you could see like, oh, you know, this guy like a ranger or hunter or whatever, and you can kind of keep track of like all the DHP people.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be cool.
Hmm.
I'd be down for like 4 letters.
Yeah, I kind of like that
You know,
actually.
like Call of Duty.
Guild tag would be cool. What mechanic would you like to see on another class? I double jump move to monk, the real mobility class. Okay, well, speaking of monk, I would like to see wall running or being able to catch arrows or bolts and then throw them back and throw in like other throwing weapons and whatnot, shurikens and
Yeah.
shit like that. That would be sick. Wall running, Jay?
But yeah,
Of course. I just want teleport. That's all I want to know. At least on Wizard. Come on. I'll take
When
it
you
on
say
Sorcerer.
teleport, do you mean you choose your location and then teleport to it, or like a blink, like a mage in WoW?
Either or. You're either
Probably a
Reaper
blink.
from Overwatch or a Blink. That's what I want to see.
So
Well-
in Dungeons and Dragons, there is a bonus action spell. I think it's 2nd level called Misty Step, and within I believe 30 yards, you choose a location you can see, you pick it, you teleport over to it. I think that'd be great. That makes sense for wizard, for sorcerer.
I
Warlock.
think
Like if
give
Rogue
them,
can fly in the game, then I at least want to Blink. That's all.
I think give them 1 per like meditation, so like they can blink once per fight, basically. I think that'd be
Sure.
fine.
Yeah, something.
They get 1 getaway per. Well, I don't know. The wizard is already.
Yeah, like a flash.
Not to say wizard needs a nerf, but yeah, a flash. Maybe it's like. Maybe it's like not far. It's like 5 feet. I think that'd be
Yeah.
fair. Yeah, so that way you're not
That'd be something.
completely getting away. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. That's a good idea.
And then a follow-up question from Stoshko13, or a mechanic that you would simply like to see added to the game. I don't know if I can think of anything.
What do you say, sir?
Mechanic,
A
I mean-
mechanic.
Just like a new mechanic that could be added to the game that could be cool, just in general.
Different ammo
What do you mean?
types would be fun. Like for bows. You know,
That'd be
like
good.
you have like you could make maybe like craft things like poison arrows, stuff like that. That'd be fun.
Yeah,
Make
STO
it
said
expensive.
poison arrow when he was talking about scrolls like many months ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Scrolls
sure.
and shit.
That'd be cool. Maybe okay. Maybe if you're like putting like ointments and stuff on your sword, maybe that gets too crazy. Maybe that's too much.
Maybe some
Yeah.
mechanics for the soul heart. Just to be
Yeah.
able to like grieve people or make it so they don't get res or something. That's something I want to see as like a solo.
Yeah, more uses for Soul Heart could be cool. I like that.
Just to stop reses and stuff.
Let's see here. I saw a good
Could
question.
do more maybe like not hard CC, like knockbacks or like pull people into a certain spot type thing. If they don't want to introduce hard CCs like long stuns and shit.
Yeah, whenever there's too much CC, too many stuns, too many roots, the game starts to get kind of shitty to play.
CC doesn't feel good to be against. It's just not fun.
Yeah,
Nope.
too many sucks. And there's not a lot currently. There's the hunting trap, there's bind, the cleric spell. I mean, whenever you throw like a Francisca axe as a barbarian at someone, it slows the person down a little bit. A little bit of that's okay. But if everyone suddenly has a stun and like massive mobility, then it's just League of Legends. It gets a little too crazy.
Yeah.
Let's see here. There was a good question. Where is it? Where is it? I'm missing it. Give me a second. Hunter Brawl 1997 says, what would be your dream map? I would like to see a village or like a town, like a Dungeons and Dragons type village or town, where the townspeople are turning into the undead and you're trying to escape the village before it's think what's the town in WoW? Strat?
Like the undead town?
Yeah, it's called Strat, I think.
Oh,
Stratham,
yeah,
Stratham.
yeah,
Stratham. Yeah, so some kind of like I don't know, I couldn't think of that. Some sort of like village or town that you have to escape from because it's being overrun by the undead or some shit. That I think that'd be super fun.
Sounds good.
I think that'd be
I want a out of left field like modern map. Like drop me in an interchange, from put me in a big ass mall with my boys from the dungeon.
You time warp to the far future.
Like a big
We break
kind
the
of
simulation.
Oh my gosh! There's Killa coming down with a 60-round clip.
Mhm.
But, but I mean, that's a fun idea. Like a bazaar, like a big market that's been kind of overran with dead and stuff. That'd be fun.
Or what about some like dwarvish stronghold? Like you're in like a dwarvish mountain stronghold.
Be fun.
That could be really sick.
I would
too.
like different maps to have different mechanics. So like an idea is like I'd love like a snow map where you could see players' footsteps for like a minute after they've been made. So you could like track players from their feet steps. Like I think that'd be fun. Like different mechanics for different maps that add some fun stuff. Where it's like maybe on the snow map you got to play a different way than how you would play in the regular dungeon, right? You're like, well, we got to be careful about where we go. Yeah, cold damage stuff like that. Yeah, it'd be cool if there's like certain maps maybe that are harder that you have to have like certain consumables to do more effectively.
That's not a bad idea. A little more hardcore for the crazier players.
Like the regular map should be, the base map should be like ruins, dungeon, and then hell, right? And then you could have certain maps that get like a little bit more particular. I think that'd be fun.
And would a map like that be attached to other maps, like ruins down to the crypt, or would it just be like a standalone thing that you would have to enter?
Map's big enough or something. They could do a standalone, right?
It could do standalone, but also it wouldn't matter, right? Because we're not merging, so it's like everybody who goes through that pipeline is going to be in the same server as you were, like the level before, right? So you can do whatever you want.
I see some people talking about it in chat, but obviously the Dragon's Lair, some like volcanic dragon lair or something like that. They've kind of hinted at that a little bit. I know they want to have a dragon in the game eventually. There is the named weapon, Kuma's Fang and Kuma's Claw. Maybe one day we'll fight Kuma himself or herself. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll go to the Coomer's lair. Sorry, I had to.
Come on, over the place. Oh.
Bring our boxes.
Aldo Yup says, thoughts on weapon skins or event/holiday rewards that you can earn? I think weapon skins or armor skins definitely make sense.
I don't really have a problem with skins. So
yeah, I don't.
It seems like the easiest, most like obvious monetization way, anyways.
Totally makes sense to me. Yeah, if you go into the shop and you could buy a skin that is specifically for the arming sword or something like that. Like maybe it glows fucking blue or something. I don't know. Just to throw some idea out. That makes sense. It costs like $3 or something like that. I would probably buy some cool skins. Why not? It's a cool way to support them, and it's fun. What else we got? Are there any classes that you think would ruin the game, i.e. Necromancer from Sens00? First of all, Necromancer would not be its own standalone class. Necromancy is a school of magic that wizards can learn. I don't think Necro would be a standalone class. That was an actually.
I'm hitting every time, dude. Every time I'm hitting the nerdy mode.
What can I say? It's true.
I get some glasses.
Soma loves to talk about Necro and wizards because people bring this up pretty much every week. I think that the devs will eventually add in subclasses so that you can continue to progress with your character past max level. I think it makes sense. Yeah, I think if wizard could take some perks and skills that allow you to raise the dead or control skeletons in the crypt or something like that, It makes sense. That'd be cool. You've heard that exact line 4 times in a row. I'm gonna have to keep saying it 8 more times. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I want Dark and Darker to have like a Path of Exile level skill tree where you have to look up a guide or it's just terrible.
No, please no.
There's like 800 different skills to take. You're just miserable the entire time. Yeah.
The only concerns I have for classes is like, say, sorcerer outshadows wizard, paladin outshadows fighter, cleric, or whatever. I hope they don't have those issues.
I think it's
doubt they
definitely
would,
possible.
but-
I think it's possible, man. It's gonna take. I think it's possible during early access, but once they have all the classes in the game and there's full release and they can actually concentrate on balancing, it'll fix it. But that I have thought about that. When they release paladin, are people just gonna say fuck fighter? Why wouldn't I just play a fighter that can heal itself?
Right.
Beyond second wind, of course. I don't know.
I'd hope not.
Why play cleric
what-
when I can play clerics or I could play a paladin, which is essentially a cleric that can use a sword?
Well, I think you balance that by saying Paladin can't use a bow. Like no weapon master for Paladin.
That's true.
Couple things.
Yeah.
There's ways to do it.
Yeah, there's ways. What else could you do to limit certain classes from overshadowing others? Just
I think
purely
you just
mechanics,
gotta-
perks, and skills?
Yeah, my favorite approach to like game design and stuff like this is like kind of the rock paper scissors approach, where you have like a barbarian and like a ranger could easily kite a barbarian, right? But you have wizard gets shit on by everybody, so there's no rock paper scissors there. But but I like the rock paper scissors design where it's like certain things counter other things, and so your team is better off being diversified to play to your strengths and like counter your weaknesses. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm a fan of it. Definitely, I like counters.
Yeah,
Very
because if
important.
you like, let's say you take a fighter instead of a cleric, instead of a paladin for your group, right? It's like, well, now we're going to be more of a meatball if we have the paladin here, because it's like I can heal you, but we can't fight at range at all. But if you take the fighter, it's like, well, don't meatball them. Like let's kite them at range a little bit and then go in when they're injured. Like make them exhaust their spells. So just different ways to play.
I like that. Valfor asked about guilds. Would guild symbols be limited to the ones Iron Mace comes up with, or do you think you could make your own somehow? I think it makes sense to have like a guild cloak or tabard or sigil editor in game. Right? Why not? I mean, obviously there's only I don't think you're going to be able to upload, a picture of your dick and throw it on a tabard, or like take a picture of your cute puppy.
What a shame, dude.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. There's going to be 50 options you got to choose, right? I think.
Did you guys?
Go ahead.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, it's all good. Go for it.
I was gonna say, did you guys ever play Black Ops, Call of Duty Black Ops back in the day?
Mhm.
When you had like the tools to create your custom banner? There were so many ones with just big boobs.
Exactly.
Just
Yeah.
a big
Yeah, it was
dick.
a wonderful time, dude.
If you give gamers the tools, we will make boobies and penises like
That's
all day
right.
long, dude.
It'll be boob
We'll
guild
do it.
versus dick guild. We'll just be fucking each other in the goddamn dungeon. It'll
On
be
the
great.
battlefield, come
Just
on.
dicks and boobs clashing. Gotta love it. Let's see here. There was another question I saw that was good. Oh, Valfor asked, should there be a limit on how many people you can have in one guild?
Yeah, it'd probably be like a divisible by 3. 30, 60, 90, something like
Yeah,
that.
40, something like that. So
That's
anywhere from like
it?
30 to 50. Yeah, because
Really?
how many people you need?
100 at least? No? Too much? Chat, what do you guys think?
Maybe.
What should the guild cap be? I think 100 people is solid.
100, sure. I guess it just
Like
depends.
how
like,
many?
popular
How many is it for
is.
WoW? It's 100 for WoW, right?
I think
I
so.
don't think there's a cap in WoW.
No, there's a cap.
No, I think it's like 100
Maybe
or
in
something like that.
retail.
in WoW. But like, we're not running raids. We don't have 40-man raids, so
Not
it's
yet.
true. I know we're thinking about doing like the podcast guild and stuff, but it's like, how many people would you realistically want in a guild? And like, then also think about it. If you're, if
think
you don't have an
think
audience.
about time zones and when people play though. Like the reason why you want to have more is because the chances of all 100 people being online at the same time is pretty slim.
Yeah, but you
Right.
can't find 2 other people to play with in a 40-man guild.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
sure
I
you
feel
could.
like-
You'd be surprised,
Yeah.
dude.
Well, true.
I've been in pretty big guilds that are just dead and WoW, so it doesn't.
That's
surprise
true.
me at
I've been
all.
in a
WoW's a
100-person
little-
guild where there's 6 people on. That's it.
Fair.
I would be willing to say most people will be online in an MMORPG way more than like a queue up, play a game, get out of it type of game. So.
Probably.
Yeah.
No. All right. What other questions do we have? I know there's a few floating around. Anything in your chat, Mr. JayGriffYuh?
Guild banks and armories, yeah, that'd be fun. We talked about that a little bit.
Yeah, it totally makes sense. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and that way you could hand off gear to other guildies, no fee required. That's like a perk of having a guild. Well,
Right.
well, that kind of scares me with RMT though. But I mean, it's gonna happen anyways. So
Someone said something earlier about Soma RMTing the guild bank funds away. That gave me a good laugh. Like, oh,
It's my exit strategy, boys.
That's what I think happened with our old guild.
Really?
The guild died in WoW, and we had like probably like a few $100 worth of gold in there, and then what happened to it? That's
no way. That's fucking dirty, dude. That's terrible.
tough, dude.
well, what else are you gonna do, right? If your guild dies overnight, I guess you just fucking make some money and move on with your life. I don't know.
I mean, you're making sense.
But I mean, how much money did you make? Like
You can't be the
$10
GM
worth
anymore.
of
So
gold?
He said $400 worth of gold.
a few
Wait,
$100.
$400?
It depends. Yeah, a few $100 worth.
Yeah, I'm selling out, dude. I'm sorry.
I'm saying.
I mean,
I don't know.
Don't trust me with this power.
Yeah, you can trust me. I'll take care of the
I'm
guild.
sure we can.
I have been fucked over before with a WoW guild. WoW Classic actually. I had a WoW Classic guild. Donnie was in it. And we merged with these friendly Canadian bastards. And then I had to work. I think I had to like go to an event or something. And I left for a few days and I couldn't play. And we had merged with these guys and they became officers, and I can't remember exactly how it happened, but I came back from like being gone for like 5 or 6 days for work. And they were like, you were gone, so we just took over your guild and like booted out all your officers and promoted all these guys, and they just took over. And that was that. It actually was
like
part
a
of
WoW guild merger.
Yes, exactly. It was part of the reason why I rage quit WoW. I did not want to get back into raiding constantly. I didn't want to repeat history. I've already been there, done that back in like 2005, 6, 7. So I couldn't go through that again anyway. But that was the straw that broke the camel's back. These guys essentially like stealing the guild. It sucked. Guild drama blows. It's not cool.
Also, just so annoying to deal with.
It's so silly.
People are getting up in arms over almost nothing in fucking WoW guilds. Crazy.
Totally agree. Let's see here. What else we got? What other questions, comments, concerns, thoughts, dreams? If you want to bitch, gripe, or complain, feel free. What do we got here? Let me see. Let me scroll.
Got asked earlier about server merges for like the other floors, but I think we've talked about that plenty. Right?
Yeah. What if High Roller merged? Like High Roller was like, that make it more dangerous, you know? I mean, that might make it a little bit more interesting.
It's just the problem is the boss, dude. Only 5 portals. Imagine having a full lobby down there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, maybe 2 teams at least. Like if your server doesn't
like
have
half
at least.
fill it or something, right?
Yeah, that might be fun. Make High Roller a little bit more dangerous, because I mean, you know, it is kind of lame whenever you clear a whole floor and then there's nobody there for the rest of the raid. It is like a little.
Yeah, the like fear aspect's completely gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a couple times, I think 3 or 4 raids in a row this last playtest. I think I've talked about this before, where me and 2 buddies queued up for the ruins. We're in the lobby waiting. It says 3 of 18. 5 minutes to go. 3 of 18. 1 minute to go. 3 of 18. Starting in 10 seconds. No one joined. And it was essentially a PvE raid. Which you do it once. You do it once, you're like, all right, well, we don't have to worry about anything. Let's just farm some skellies and some wisps and get some loot and get the fuck out. Then it happened again, a second time. And we were like, okay, this kind of blows. We need that player interaction. We need that PvP. Then it happened a third time. We were like, all right, this fucking sucks. We're going to the crypts. And we gave up on ruins. It didn't even last. The PvE mode didn't even last a couple of raids before we had to call it quits on it. The PvP element's too important. Got to keep it no matter what.
Right. That's a Soma question from Stoshko.
Stoshko, how would you guys feel about incorporating some of the old 2E and 3E items like different potions, Tanglefoot bags, alchemist flasks, and such? I think that sounds great. I think we're only scratching the surface of what Iron Mace is going to add in terms of potions and consumables, and probably even methods. There will eventually probably be methods where we can create our own consumables and potions. I can't see them not adding something like that. Something maybe there's like there's reagents you can find in raid, and maybe on certain maps you can get to some like basement alchemist's room where, you know, just like finding like a node you can mine, you can take your reagents and you can make some clarity potions or something like that. It makes sense, right? I think that'd be super cool.
Be fun.
And yes, the groundwork is there. Borlag is right. They've already got like explosion bottles and stuff like that. So yes, I absolutely. What about mobs dropping reagents? Sure, I think that makes sense. Or you can, in the ruins, you could pick herbs or berries or some shit, and you could, you know, make healing potions if you go into the crypts and go to the basement and find an alchemist table.
Dungeonberry, my favorite, dude.
Moldy dungeonberry.
Dungeonberry.
Yum, yummers. But yeah, I think that totally makes sense. I think it'd be great.
That's where I think professions will kick in to do shit like that.
All right,
I
what
don't know
professions?
if professions will be services or not. Like with the vendors and stuff.
Do you think it would conflict if like players could start doing professions? Would it fuck
I
with
don't
the
think it would be
merchants?
bad.
Or
But it would add like an MMO like component to it where you're just like leveling some shit on the side, you know? Makes your character good.
Like what?
I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Jewel crafting, weaponsmithing, you know, alchemy and shit like that.
Yeah. We don't need first aid because anyone can use a goddamn bandage and find them. But I guess if you wanted to make bandages, yeah.
Maybe make some better ones or some shit, I'm not sure.
That's not bad. Okay. I personally, this might be an unpopular opinion. I fucking hated professions and WoW. The whole time I played World of Warcraft, all the years I played WoW, there is one profession that I ever maxed out and used, and that's first aid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a real way to play it.
hated professions. I thought it was so boring. I don't know.
It can be, for sure.
They are boring.
Yeah.
But it's just like add something to do, I guess. But.
Yeah, but you need some extra shit to do in a game like World of Warcraft, especially at endgame if you're not going to Warsong Gulch or AV or Arathi Basin and you've completed your 3 raids for the week. What are you going to do? Just jump around on your mount in Stormwind? No, you need shit to do. Go fucking pick flowers and sell the goddamn potions on the auction house.
That's the best part of WoW, jumping in circles while you do
jumping in
nothing.
Circles, exactly. Yeah. I know. I think you're probably right. Professions do make sense, but it'd have to be fun, like the way they implement.
It'd probably be better to have them like in-game, like vendors or whatever the fuck, like you were saying. You got to go to alchemy table or something in a specific map.
That sounds
like having
fun.
personal skills is probably not the greatest idea.
Well, and I think that it wouldn't be a profession that you would have to do any extra steps for. I think anyone would be able to just pick up the reagents, just like anyone can grab a mining pick and go mine cobalt.
Just go there.
Yeah, I think that sounds cool. I could be down with that. All right, chat. We got time for another few questions, 2 or 3 questions. We got 5 minutes left, and then I do unfortunately have to go. I can't even do after dark tonight. I'm sorry. I don't want to rush tonight, but I do have to be out of here at 8. And
go get that sushi.
You know what's hilarious? It's funny how this is a Sunday night podcast, but the last like 3 or 4 in a row have been Tuesday. Do we switch to Tuesday night, or do we stick to Sunday? What do you guys think? Chat, what do you guys think? Sunday or Tuesday night?
I don't really mind.
Whatever.
I don't really care.
You know what? Let me get back to
Either
you.
one works for me.
Yeah.
I like Sunday night too. Oh.
Sunday night's good. We'll talk about it. Okay. I might have something that I might want to do on Sunday, but I don't know. So we'll talk about it.
Okay, no problem. Sunday, whatever is easier, either's fine. Okay, good to know. What about rare stones that can be used to add unique perks to weapons? So, like, you know, you find a weapon that has a socket, or maybe in the crypts or in some map in the ruins, you go all the way down to the bottom of the ruins, and there's some like anvil, and you can add a socket to a weapon.
Ooh.
And then you could find gems like in Diablo 2, rubies, and I mean there already is gems in the fucking game. What are we talking about? There is sapphires, there is rubies, and there's different levels to them, right? There's cracked diamonds, or you could find an exquisite diamond, and maybe they have stats associated. So the cracked one is, you know, if it's a ruby, it's +1 strength or +1 to max health. But if you get like a legendary ruby, it's like +20 to health or something like that. You could set it in the socket. That would be cool. I like that.
I just wonder, would that stuff break? It would have to like not be permanent, right? Like maybe if you died and someone else eluded you, like the gems would break or something.
The gem falls out broken.
Right.
But would the socket be empty and still there, or would they have to? I don't know. It's tricky. It's tricky how that would work.
Yeah. Because like if anything's permanent, then like, you know, you fast forward a couple months on a wipe, and then every item on the planet now is a gem slot. You know,
that's a good point. Yeah. The Iron Mace team is really clever with this shit. I feel like they'd be able to figure it out. But I really do like the idea of being able to socket an item and throw a gem in it. And maybe it's, you know, like the anvil can only be used once per raid. So, well, then people would be fucking rushing to the anvil every goddamn raid.
I'd be camping that shit with my 12 ranger traps ready to rock. Man.
See, that would break the game too.
Yeah. You got to randomize it.
I think that is, yeah. If they procedurally generate, it'd be so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's probably people now that they see a map and they go, "Oh, okay, I know which one this is." Because there's what, like 4 variations?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Honestly,
even I do that. Yeah.
We talked about things that we loved about Dark and Darker and things we disliked about Dark and Darker last episode, and that is a really good point. I think that we forgot to mention for stuff we don't like. I don't think set maps, just a few rotating over and over again, is great. Procedurally generated would really keep things spicy and new and fresh. Or unless they have like 50 variants of the crypts, 50 variants of the ruins.
Yeah, they'd have to have like a shit ton to offset.
It need to be more than 50 probably. Because there's some sweaters out there, some real sweaty people that would remember and memorize all 50 ruins maps, right?
Right. It's kind of the problem I had playing V Rising recently, because it's like a progression-based game, but like people who play it, all the stuff is in the same spot, so they don't have to like track it and stuff. How you find the bosses in there, they just run to them.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Let's see. Need a special key to unlock the anvil. That's cool. I like that. Set rooms that generate. Okay. Yep. Anonagon says, "I would like a hardcore option." That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, like one life.
One life.
Is that what hardcore is?
Yeah.
But you could be revived, like in raid.
Yeah. If you have a cleric, everyone
That'd
just be rolling cleric.
The question is, do you go in like a hardcore queue, or do you like play the normal game with everybody else? Hardcore queue.
I think it'd have to be like a hardcore only mode if they did that. I could see people getting pissed off.
That would be
about
nuts, though.
It would.
Could you imagine? Because every time you kill somebody, you just fucking delete their character. Actually, that sounds pretty badass.
It does sound pretty badass. It'd
have
its own
YouTube
leaderboard.
Content.
Yeah, epic YouTube content. It'd have its own leaderboard attached. That could be cool.
That's a good leaderboard idea. Just like how many raids you've lived on that character, or whatever. Yeah.
How many souls have you taken? Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
I'm cool with that.
I kind of like that. Hardcore comes with better loot rolls? No, I don't think so. I think it would just be if you die, you're dead. Same thing. Yeah. Just for the sweaty people. That could be fun. Because people already do hardcore runs. It's tons of YouTubers have like my hardcore ranger run, and they get 8 episodes in, and they eventually die to a trap, and then it's over, right?
Yeah.
It's already being done. I think to solidify it as a mode in the game could be interesting. I would probably make a hardcore character. There'd be fuck tons of rogues and clerics.
Yeah.
That's the only
90% of the class lineup is rogue.
Yeah, I want to see the best hardcore bard in the world get past one match. Yeah, good luck. Okay. One final question. Okay. Here it is. Here's the final question from Val4. Whoever eats the least amount of nuggets in the McNugget challenge has to get the guild emblem tattooed on their body.
Hell no. I'm starving for a week up to that challenge. Ain't no way.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Just get tramp
Like
stamped. Just own it.
Tramp stamp. Yep.
Yeah.
Every time you're hooking up with someone new, they're gonna know exactly what guild you're in.
I'm like, oh, DHP. Fuck.
Oh man, and
I get a whole back piece.
And it would be the
angels.
guild tag I said earlier, I gay, which is my favorite personal guild tag.
Yeah.
Pride,
Fair.
all the way.
Fair.
Fuck yeah. I like that idea of L4. I like it a lot. Gentlemen, it's 8:00. I do not want to end this. I'm having fun, but I have to go. I
dare you.
I know. I'm so sorry. We will be back on Sunday at 7 p.m. PT. Sunday, right? Yeah, Sunday. That's
Yep.
what we told our other.
Yes.
Okay, Sunday, 7 p.m. PT.
Yeah. No, Sunday for sure.
Sunday.
Yep.
Excellent.
Well, I might be playing Dungeons and Dragons, so I might be like an hour late, but we'll see. That's the one problem with Sundays.
Damn you.
Let's
We
talk
said
about
Sunday for sure last week too.
We'll
Okay,
figure it out.
it's either going to be Sunday or Tuesday. How about that?
We'll talk
We're
about it.
gonna figure this out. We might have to change the podcast day to Tuesday. We don't know.
See.
We're gonna huddle up and have a guild meeting. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway.
Officer meeting. Let me pull you down a channel.
Yeah, exactly.
Terrible.
Ugh.
Yeah, so we've been noticing some things lately.
You're being really
Your weapon
rude.
doesn't have an enchant on it. I think we might have to part ways, dude.
This is your first written warning. Just
I'm keeping track in a Google Doc. Donnie, where can people find you online, sir?
No.
Twitch and YouTube, DuhDonnie. Catch me streaming maybe some Red Dead this week. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
I want to get some PC upgrades, so I might do that here in the next couple weeks, and yeah, just get some stuff upgraded and make some more stuff. Yeah.
Beautiful, Mr. GriffYuh.
I'm JayGriffYuh on Twitch and YouTube. That's me.
No Twitter, no Insta,
Nope.
Grinder.
I
No.
don't use either,
Okay.
actually.
I fucking hate social media. I hear you. But I do have accounts. I'm at Soma on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, and at _Soma on YouTube. That's where you can find these episodes. Jay, I don't know if you're putting the episode up. I'll throw it in the drive, of course, for you.
Yep.
But feel free to catch any previous episode or this one on YouTube. That'll be uploaded tomorrow morning. I'm going to stream some DayZ tomorrow. That's exciting. Cool.
There you go.
That'll be at 7 p.m. PT. But beyond that, that's it. Whether it's Sunday or Tuesday for episode 19 of The Darkest Hour, we're going to have a special guest, which is really exciting. So tune in for that one. And until then, hold the goddamn line.
Hold the line.
Hold the line.
Unbelievable.
Yep. Meme with us.
June 12th.
9th. Come on. Church of the 9.
I'm betting on the 12th, man.
It's
My
6-9.
new
Hold
date.
the line for 6-9. Aw, yeah.
It's got to be it, actually.
It's got to be it. It rhymes. All right, folks. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Peace.